Jake, Emily, Mark and Lisa were thrilled. They were leaving for their camping trip. No phones, no internet, just nature. What could be better? This is going to be awesome, Jake exclaimed, tossing his backpack into the van. Emily grinned, already snapping pictures with her digital camera. She promised to limit her photo-taking, at least until they were deep in the woods. Mark, the quiet one, simply nodded, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. Lisa, ever the planner, checked their supplies one last time. Bug spray? Check. First aid kit? Check. Trail mix? Check. They all chorused, laughing. With a rumble of the engine, they were off, the promise of adventure hanging in the air like the scent of pine needles. The forest seemed to swallow them whole. Towering trees blocked out the sun, casting long, eerie shadows. The air grew heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something unsettling. "Whoa," Emily whispered, her usual cheerfulness dimmed. "It's kinda creepy in here, guys." They stumbled upon a clearing, a circle of ancient-looking stones arranged in the center. The stones seemed to pulse with an unseen energy, sending shivers down their spines. "Weird," Mark muttered, breaking his usual silence. Wonder what this place was used for. No one had an answer. They set up camp near the edge of the clearing, a sense of foreboding settling over them like a shroud. As night fell, the forest came alive with sounds. Insects buzzed, owls hooted, and branches creaked in the wind. The friends huddled around the crackling campfire, sharing stories and trying to ignore the growing feeling of unease. Suddenly, a whisper, barely audible, cut through the silence. It seemed to come from the direction of the stone circle. "Did you hear that?" Lisa asked, her eyes wide. Jake strained his ears. "Hear what?" "It's just the wind." But even as he said it, he couldn't shake the feeling that someone, or something, was watching them from the shadows. At 3 a.m., Jake woke with a start. Something was moving outside his tent. Footsteps, heavy, deliberate footsteps circling closer. His heart pounded in his chest. He unzipped the tent flap a fraction and peered out. The shadowy figure stood at the edge of the trees, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. It was tall and emaciated, its limbs impossibly long and thin. Jake gasped, his breath catching in his throat. The figure turned, its hollow eyes fixing on him, and then just as quickly as it had appeared, it vanished into the darkness. Morning came, but the sense of dread remained. Mark was gone. Mark? Mark! Jake's voice echoed through the silent forest. They searched frantically, their calls growing more desperate with each passing moment. The stone circle stood undisturbed, but the air felt different, heavier, as if some unseen force had descended upon the clearing. "He must have wandered off," Lisa said, her voice trembling. But deep down, they all knew it was more than that. Something was terribly wrong. Section 6, the search begins. The police arrived, their faces grim as they surveyed the scene. They scoured the woods for any sign of Mark, but their efforts proved futile. Days turned into weeks, and the hope that had once flickered in their hearts dwindled to a dull ache. The police had no leads, no explanation for Mark's disappearance. They chalked it up to a missing persons case, but Jake knew better. He had seen the figure in the woods, the one with the glowing eyes. He knew, with a certainty that chilled him to the bone, that something sinister had taken Mark. Section 7, an eerie silence. The forest, once a place of adventure and escape, was now a haunting reminder of their loss. The laughter and camaraderie of their camping trip felt like a distant memory, replaced by a silence so profound it was deafening. Emily, usually so vibrant, was withdrawn and quiet. Lisa, once the picture of organization, was now a bundle of nerves. And Jake, haunted by the image of the shadowy figure, was plagued by nightmares. The forest had taken something from them, something precious and irreplaceable. Section 8. Haunted by whispers. Every night at 3 a.m. Jake would wake to the sound of whispers. They slithered through the darkness, chilling him to the core. "Jake," they hissed, their voices a chorus of shadows. "Join us." He couldn't escape them, not even in the supposed safety of his own home. The whispers followed him, taunting him, reminding him of the friend he had lost and the darkness that lurked just beyond the veil of reality. Section 9, an unsettling conclusion. The whispers never ceased. They became a constant companion, a chilling reminder of the secrets hidden within the forest's depths. Jake never went camping again, his youthful enthusiasm for adventure replaced by a deep-seated fear of the unknown. The forest held its secrets close, the truth of Mark's disappearance lost among the trees. But one thing was certain. Some places are best left undisturbed, their silence a testament to the darkness that lies within.